Hello everybody, welcome back to iCraft SMP, and this is your host Koi, and as you can tell from my voice, I have not been doing well, not at all. But I figured I'd come on and attempt to do some kind of recording at least, because I've not done any kind of recording for what feels like 2 weeks. Yeah, so what happened to me is I got sick. Yes, another time I got sick, yay. Yeah, so what happened is I lost my voice last Thursday. Over a week ago, I lost my voice. My voice was gone for about 3-4 days, yay. And then it finally came back on, what should I say, maybe like late Sunday? But even still, I didn't want to try to risk recording or do anything with recording. And so I tried my best to not use my voice as much as I could. And what ended up happening, as you can hear with my voice, is this happened, where my voice kind of wants to cut in and out, and it started doing that as early as yesterday. Yes, as early as yesterday, my voice decided to kind of cut in and out, and that kind of sucks, because I had no intention to lose my voice and kill my recording, but hey, so I'm going to try to do my best to make an episode as best as I can, and if I have to, I'll just do silent movies. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, so I've been racked with, I don't know what I have, but given the flu epidemic that exists out there, I wouldn't be surprised if I got the flu. Okay, so I got my flu shot way back in October, so I should at least be good from the 10 to 30% chance that I can't get the flu, and that's probably prevented me from getting the far worse version of whatever I got here. Now I'll tell you, you can tell I'm very stuffy. You could just hear it in my voice, you can hear it in my nose, the stuffiness just sucks. I'll just tell you that. And I've been stuck just, I don't know. I spent 5 days in bed. I don't have enough for this window. I spent about 5 days in bed, and I'm just tired of sleeping in bed, basically doing absolutely nothing. I read through 2 books in the entire time I was sick, which actually was really productive. Don't get me wrong. That was actually very productive. I appreciated having all that time to be able to do that. And as you can tell, by the way, we are at the house, and we are currently working on a housing project here. And I just want to be able to get some time to finally, this won't fit there, to finally kind of get some stuff done in the house, you know what I mean? And I'm working on some windows, as you can tell. Finally getting some windows in and seeing what I could do with that. I have extras here. Why do I have extras? I didn't have extras last time. Oh my god, this is good. I have enough windows now, but I can't see them in my inventory. I hate when that happens. So yeah, definitely want to go through a bunch of different things in today's episode. So as I sort of write or type or whatever I do here in this episode, I do want to talk about some issues I've been having lately besides being sick. Okay, bear with my voice. Bear with my voice. If this happens to be the hunky, awesome, yay, deep, what is it, Barry White type voice, I'll work with that. If you guys love it, great. The only way I'll ever give that to you is when I'm sick. And then I'll try to make sure I can record when I lose my voice every time. And so that way I have this nice deep voice. Right, so I'm going to see what I can do with that. And that's the only part I actually like about being sick and losing my voice. The high-pitched version of wherever the high-pitchedness is, it's gone. So realistically, that's the only part that's still wrong with me. My glands underneath my throat are still pretty swollen. I don't know if you all know this, but you have lymph nodes underneath your neck, as well as on the sides of your neck, as well as different parts of your body, and that's where most of my infection apparently exists. It's inside my head, and so I've had this wonderful bout of having severe headaches, and I don't normally get headaches, so usually that indicates a problem, mostly musculoskeletal problem, basically. Really, I left you on the whole time? Oh my god. No wonder the lag on the server. That's probably what caused all the lag on the server for all those folks. But anyways, yeah, so as I was saying, so my lymph nodes I know are swollen, and they're going to stay swollen at least for the rest of the week, because it should stay swollen at least for 2 weeks, and then after that, if it's problematic, I probably should visit a doctor. One of the reasons I haven't is because, well, if I don't have the flu, if this is some completely different thing, for example, usually losing your voice is considered laryngitis, but where does laryngitis come from? Bacterial, viral, mostly viral infection. But it does not necessarily mean you have the flu as a result, even though the flu is a virus. So, you know what I mean? So, though I don't want to have to go to a doctor and find out I got the real flu from the folks there when I didn't have the flu ahead of time. And, my condition, I guess you could say, is not the most Oh, I was like, where did it go? I thought I lost it. Anyways, my condition, not really the most serious in the world. I've been, just laid out and just trying to do my best not to, overuse my voice primarily. And I've been drinking a boatload of tea. Seriously, there's a point where I was drinking, tea 3 to 4 times a day. Yeah, that's how bad it was for me. 3 to 4 times a day of tea. I would have mint tea, mint melange tea, and Moroccan mint tea. Those are the ones I kind of stuck with quite a bit. Along with some perk me up, like Earl Grey. Thanks to Star Trek, I blame that. That's what got me into really drinking Earl Grey tea. And then also, not just Earl Grey, but also breakfast. It's like a breakfast version of Earl Grey. Let's just put it that way. And that's also Earl Grey tea as well. So, yeah. Hey, give me a sec, and I will be right back. I want to talk about something YouTube related, and I think it's fairly important because it affects every YouTube creator out there. By the way, before I talk about the YouTube thing, I do want to say I've been actually feeling pretty miserable for 2 weeks now. Actually, I just realized that it's been about 2 weeks since the majority of this problem happened. Okay. And what I'm doing here, by the way, is I'm setting up a floor. I remember I said I wanted to try to do some sort of vaulted ceiling system over there, but I'm gonna try this. Why can't I reach you, floor? So I'm doing a double layer floor, and so that way I can get lights in at some point down the road. And this is essentially going to be the floor that basically wraps up and hits the bottom of the building here. And then the floor on the top is going to be some completely different other thing. And I'm not going to really worry about that otherwise. So for now, I'm just doing this little layer here, so that way I can get some stuff over and get the windows up on top there if I can. And I'm going to try to hit up the... Actually, this is not really a floor, it's a ceiling. I'm just nosing that. I'm just going to keep going until I run out of dark oak, and then eventually I've got to, mine, or shall I say, cut down more trees and get some more dark oak otherwise. But yeah, YouTube. So what has YouTube done? That is the real question here. So YouTube, if you've been keeping an eye on Twitter and all that stuff, YouTube has pretty much pissed off its entire creator community. Not really. Only the people that have less than 1,000 subscribers. Who are those people? They're people just like me. As of right now, I have 203 subscribers. This is all thanks to people just like you. Everybody watching today, everybody who watches beyond today. It's all because of you. That is why I have 203 subscribers, and I'm on my way to my next goal. Yes. And keep this in mind, folks. So what YouTube has decided to change, YouTube has decided to say, basically, they want us to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 minutes. No, that's not right. 240,000 minutes of watch time, which is basically 4,000 hours of watch time. If I got my numbers right here. Am I this one? Yes. There it goes. Okay, 4,000 hours of watch time. And 1,000 people subscribe. What this essentially means is YouTube wants to essentially have a decent ad revenue, and they can't have a decent ad revenue with people like me. No. And so there's actually some pluses and some minuses for everybody watching today. Okay, as of February 20th, YouTube will be departnering anyone under... I remember I did this. Okay, I'm going to have to look into that later. For now, I'm just going to put this on the layer on the outside for now. I just realized there's some interesting thing I did there. Anyway, so YouTube is going to be departnering every person that does not have 1,000 subscribers or, 4,000 hours of watch time. And so what that means is people like me are going to lose the ability to monetize their channels, okay? And that's actually good for people who hate the ads. You're actually not going to see them. It's bad in terms of the ability to generate revenue. Okay, so like for me, I actually will probably never get to see any revenue until practically 1,000 subscribers anyways, okay? And to be realistic, that revenue is something like $100. Okay, to be realistic. Okay, because you can't get anything from YouTube until you pass a minimum of $100 a month. Once you pass that criteria, YouTube will finally pay you out money, and it'll finally be $1,000. So this is why I recommend to a lot of YouTubers or upcoming YouTubers or budding YouTubers, however you want to describe yourself, that you opt to work towards using YouTube as a hobby and you keep in mind having a real day job like, myself and a bunch of other YouTubers have. And don't get me wrong, even people like Paul Thor's Jr. and even Captain Sparkles, etc., they all have day jobs. Okay, keep that in mind. They have real day jobs. Okay, and though their real day jobs actually supplement any income that they would normally get from YouTube, because their YouTube is not necessarily going to give them millions and millions of dollars. So it doesn't mean having 1 million views equals $1 million. No. Because you get like 60% the ad revenue, unless you sign up with the network, then you get like even less than that. It's basically becomes 60% of the 60%, which is like a very small number. 30% ad revenues or something like that. Oh yeah, we'll see where I go with that. I'll probably have to cut that out later. But anyhow, so what this means for you guys is no ads after February 20th. Yay! But what it means for me is I actually got discouraged. Okay, when I first saw that, I was like, I finally reached 200 subscribers. Yay! Thank you, everyone. And then YouTube goes and says, oh, by the way, we decided to move your goal from 200 subscribers to 1,000 subscribers. Yay! And unless you have 1,000 subscribers by February 20th, you get demonetized. Yay! And so that's what really discouraged me most. The fact that I got demonetized instead of getting grandfathered into the system. I understand. I really do. I really understand, but like, it's just frustrating just, to have that goal and finally make it to the goal and then find out that you can't make the goal. You know what I mean? I think I'm going to keep this part open for now because I want to see what I'm going to do here. But I do need to kind of get around here, at least. Okay, guys. Ooh. Why does that have to happen when I'm trying to, like, start a recording, huh? Why? Anyway, so if you notice, I put some white wool into the section that used to be having dirt in the center. I think it actually looks nice. Whether I keep the white or if I change the color in the white, I'm not sure. And as you can see, I've raised up the pillars all the way up to the top. Not sure about this top part yet, but I do like where the bottom's going, definitely. The bottom half, definitely keeping it that way, the way I've got it there. And I'm just essentially working around this way. This one I did this way, and whether or not I completely change it out, I don't know. But I do like the way it looks. And so I'm just going to kind of eventually wrap around and do a bunch of stuff with everything going on all as far as I can go. I'm already out of dark oak in terms of dark oak pillars, so I'm not going to be able to finish the dark oak pillars. But I definitely have a lot of wool. There we go. A lot of wool to work with, so I have plenty of room there, at least to fill in the blanks in between the sections. Okay, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's a little bit of a shorter video than usual just because of, I want to try to rest my voice. Tomorrow I've got some amazing news. Today is Friday. Today is Friday the 26th. Tomorrow is Saturday the 27th. I have promised to participate in a UHC. Yes, an iCraft UHC. My voice should be a little bit better since I've rested all night by then, but we'll see how it is, of course. And if I don't talk a whole lot on the UHC, forgive me for that. But hopefully it'll be a fun UHC. Hopefully I live. It's going to be a really cool one. It's going to have like 5 rounds. It's going to have like some really nifty features in it in relation to like loot boxes, I guess you could say. It's going to have some really, really cool kits that you could start the game out with, which I know nothing about, nor can I say anything about at this point. And it's also going to have some... Oh, how am I going to get that up there? Huh. Okay, I'm going to have to play a thing here where I just start like right over here. Anyway, so yeah, it's going to have some really cool features, and it's going to have also some features for what to do when... Oh, I didn't put the bottom one in. Okay, I get it. When the game basically runs out of time, there's also going to be a death match in there. So depending on how well people play the UHC, it's going to determine whether or not we reach a death match or not. And last time I played UHC, I actually did pretty well. I lasted pretty decently up until like certain people who I don't believe are playing this time ended up doing me in. But this time going to be a whole new host of players. I'm supposed to be teamed up with somebody. One of the things they wanted to make sure is that we had a PG friendly group as well as a non-PG friendly group, just so that way we can ensure that videos get made with, respect to our audience members, you know what I mean? And that I think was a really cool idea too, because I have been partnered with people who don't always be PG friendly, and I don't blame them, okay? Don't get me wrong, they can be non-PG friendly, but it does affect things, though it ends up me editing sometimes good parts out, and also sometimes just runs into issues because of that. Yeah, this is going to be down there. Did I do that anywhere else? Just here. Okay. Hopefully, I'll probably have to double check that elsewhere. But yeah, hopefully it means some really good things in relation to some fun stuff that we'll be doing. This can just go away. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to UHC tomorrow. The only thing that it very much depends on is I said to wife, hey, I'm going to be doing a UHC tomorrow. What are you doing tomorrow? And what does she say? I'm doing absolutely nothing. I'm staying home. And I'm like, oh no, that means kid's staying home. And I'm like, can't you like take everybody out or something like that? And she's like, no, I'm going to stay home. And I'm like, oh god. So that could mean UHC, at least for me, can get interrupted a couple of times. Hopefully not. Hopefully, like, kid would be so distracted by a movie or something like that, or something like a fun game or something like that, that kid end up not coming in and going, Daddy, I want to see you. I want to play too. Yeah, worst thing ever, right? Not when you're trying to record. When you're not recording, sure, come join me, do whatever you want, right? That's fine. But like when you're trying to get recording in, is like really hard. It honestly is. Okay, folks, be back. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as they sleep, then the sun comes back up. Yay. I finally have windows in my entire house. Excellent. I've been waiting to get windows. I've been waiting mostly to get enough black ink to make them. And as you notice, I put some white wool down on the bottom. This spot, like right in there, is like the area. I'm still not entirely sure how I want to make that work there. But yeah, I think it came out quite well. If you look at this design from a little further away, you can see how nice it came out. As for me, I'm going to call it quits for right now and try to rest my voice a little bit more so I'm not just a coughing mess over in a UHC. And if I make UHC tomorrow, excellent. And hopefully that will mean you'll see an interesting disparity in my voice between my slightly not well voice and my better voice when I eventually start recording again. I'm currently out of materials yet again because I can't build any more of this house. So I need to go on a gathering mission somehow. With a lot more dark oak. I need a ton more dark oak to at least build up the ladder portion. I'm also thinking, by the way, of like right in here, converting this into white wool. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to think about that there. But yeah, I think it's coming along great. This house is being designed quite well. And I want to show you the inside real quick before I do log off here. And what I did do is I did do the roof for the enchantment area. So the roof, with exception in the middle, I'm going to deal with that later. I did the roof there. I did the roof for this portion here. I did the roof for what's going to eventually be the kitchen. And I don't know about this portion here, like how much of a roof will be necessary here. It could just go out this way. I haven't quite figured out the size of this section here. But what I'm thinking, I'm going to keep the extra edge here. And then I think what I'll start to do is vault it up a little bit. As best as I can. I'll have to see how that goes because I want it to at least flow so when I do walk up the staircase, which I've yet to convert into a decent staircase, maybe that's what I should do in the next episode, actually convert the staircase. But when I do walk up here, I want to be able to like have the ability to still walk up here without this area being impacted by a vaulted ceiling. And so I don't know. It all depends on which direction the ceiling's going to get vaulted in as well. So you know what I mean? And then we'll have to, like this section here, it's going to be the floor. It's going to actually be a little bit higher up. This section won't be noticed. It's going to be like right in there is where the floor is going to go. So yeah, as usual, if you like this episode, forgive my voice. First off, please forgive my voice. I'm trying to do my best I can to recover. But I wanted to at least make sure I got a video up and going, whether it's Saturday, Sunday. We will find out how well I can edit in like the hour or two I have left of the evening here. But yeah, so if you like this episode, as usual, like, subscribe, leave me a comment, and as you are now finding out, things like Patreon starts to become even more important than usual, where people start to do regular donations instead of relying on ad revenue, you know what I mean? At least until a channel grows big enough anyways, and then ad revenue tends to replace it. But then with people doing a ton of ad blockers, you know what I mean? What ad revenue, right? So typical person could have gotten a decent ad revenue, ends up getting like barely anything. So yeah, I know I just did a whole spiel right there. Good job, me. And I may have some other stuff in the future, depending on where things go. I'll let you know when it happened. In the meantime, I'm gonna log off, do my editing, and then probably hop on and play some more Switch because I finished Mario and I'm just like chugging away at Zelda, and as well as a few other games I got on there. So off I go. All right, guys. See you next time. Hopefully with my voice being well. Bye.